All right. Yeah, got done spraying this morning just in time, because about the time I got everything back home, the wind really took off. So that worked out. And now it's time to think about going and raking some hay. And before I do that, I got the bolts in my truck to finish putting the wheels together on this thing. Because I had them two that were missing when I brought the wheels home initially and kind of forgot. And we got to get the rake greased. So, and while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and get the baler pulled outside, because the Super 55 is the only thing that can move that. Well, the only thing that can get it out of here. Bigger. Okay, I got my bolts. I'm gonna go through and replace all of them, because technically the ones that we put it together with are metric, and we can't be having none of that because we use freedom fractions around here. Need to get new bolts for the wheel weights too, because I'm gonna get a hammer and tap that in. The ones on the other side aren't bad. The ones on this side are kind of short, and with the wheel weights on the inside now, the way the holes are in the wheel weights, it'd be nice to have flat washers on the bolts, but they'll work for now. What did I come in here for? Soft hammer. Tell you what though, we couldn't have asked for better weather for hay, because it's been hot and windy, and the humidity is fairly low. Which, I'm just gonna set you up here, and you know what I'm doing, but this area, if we're being completely honest, is a very shitty area to try to make hay in because of our weather. Because the storm, not that we have severe, like a high amount of severe storms, but our storms coming in is kind of unpredictable, so you never know. You never know for sure when it's gonna rain. And usually we are fighting, the biggest thing we fight is the humidity. That makes it really hard to make hay in a timely manner. Like last year, my first two cuttings got rained on, and then third cutting didn't get rained on, but it sat there, and it sat there, and it sat there, and it did not dry down, and it did not dry down, and it did not dry down. And that's just the way it goes trying to make hay around here. but that being said, I like making hay. It's fun. So let me get this finished up real quick, and I'll throw some grease in the rake, and we'll go get this stuff rolled up in the windrows. All right, the rake's greased, bolts are all chained, tires are, I had to air the tires up on their back tires up on the rake. I aired the front tires up on this thing because they were squatty. So it should steer better now. I tell you what, with them taller tires on there, that little thing will scoot down the road. I mean, I'm sure it might only be doing like 15 miles an hour, but on a tractor that big, even 15 miles an hour seems like Mach 1. It's a lot faster than it was with the 1960's on there. And it rides a lot smoother too, because it doesn't have that goofy Firestone Field and Road lug pattern wear that they get going when they got old. My 66 has the same wear pattern going on. I need to get new tires on the back of that here at some point, but we're gonna flip this thing around out here by the road because I don't think pulling it backwards I can get down the driveway. I think it's too wide. About like that. That's a little too low, huh? Of course, I'm also sitting on a ridge. Alright, let's try that. Raking clean. This side's up on a hump, so Alright, there's one done. Hopefully the windrows are still here by the time we get back with the baler, because the wind's been blowing them all over the place. I already had to fix 2 of them. But it's a double-edged sword. It blows the hay all over, but it's going to dry them windows, what's left of them windrows, out real nice. So. And then I see I broke a bolt in that one stripper bar, so have to fix that when we get home. Or, well, probably not when we get home. When we get home, we're going to be baling, but going to need to fix that. Wait for my new camera mount to get here. It should be here by the end of the week. This thing is just got me frustrated. But anyhow, I double raked the whole other field. This one's so thick, I just single raked the whole. Well, I had to obviously got to double the outside windrow, but I singled the rest of it because they were already big enough just as singles. So hopefully the wind doesn't roll them all down the hill. But anyhow, run that back home, go grab the 1800 in the baler, and probably jump on that other field right away. This one had a couple green spots. At least they looked green. But I was rolling dust the whole time, so. But by the time we get to this one, anything left that was a little bit green should be on its way to wilting, and it'll be just fine. So I want to get it up because now they're saying we got chances of scattered storms tonight. So it's already shit hay because it was so tall and stemmy. Don't need to be tall, stemmy, and rained on. Well, the wind wreaked havoc on some of my windrows. There's some down there that are strung halfway across the field, but you'll have that. So I got my initial bale tension set, and we'll go from there. TO's hooked up, pickups down. I checked the twine, didn't see any mouse damage in it. Tension off just a little bit to lighten them up some, because Shelly's mom's got she had surgery, so she's got lifting restrictions and all that fancy stuff. So for no fertilizer, and technically being the second cutting, if you want to consider it, off of this field, since I mowed it to get rid of that mustard. But good looking hay. But anyway, counter had 87 on it, -3 because I had one missed tie, which I'm not going to completely rule out might be the twine, because it's been sitting in the baler all winter. I should have taken it out and put it somewhere dry. They made the knot just slipped. And it was a good cut, so I think it's just the twine might be a little goofy from sitting all winter. But so I had one missed tie. I broke the first one out of the chamber because it was like 5 foot long and all screwed up, because it was the first one out of the chamber. And then I had one that I accidentally ran over with the baler and broke. So basically one missed tie in the whole field. So the next field, that one's going to be the test, because them are some thick windrows. All right, everything's picked up off of this field, so on to the next one. Tell you what, I'm glad I didn't double rake this whole field. Geez, ow. That's about all she wants to throw right there. Okay, just out of curiosity, I want to see how many bales that outside round made. 38, holy shit. So now I gotta go around and kick them all off to the side to get them out of the windrow, so that now I can go around the right direction. 113 bales off of just a tick over an acre, or sorry, had one knot slip, which again, I'm blaming more on the twine sitting in the baler all winter than I am the knotters, because it's too inconsistent to be a knotter issue. So it'd be 111 and a half, because here's the half off of just a tick over an acre. And other than 2 knot slips in the 8 we got, so there's almost 200 bales with 2 knot slips. I'll take that. That's not too bad at all out of a 60-year-old baler. So, but Dad's coming to get the tractor to take it home, or take the baler back to my house and take the tractor home, and I'm going to help them finish getting this hay up, because supposedly we got thunderstorms that are supposed to show up here after a bit. So I guess we got done, or I guess it was a good thing that this hay made. So there was a few along the woods, like 5 or 6 that had like one or 2 wet flakes. So, but the rest of it, I didn't see any wet spots once you got just off the woods. So anyhow, I guess we got hay to pick up. So that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Okay, just a quick addendum to the end of the video here. Good thing we didn't need another hour, because we would not have got it. There was a thunderstorm popped up out of literally, like remember earlier when I said that this is a hard area to make hay because our weather's unpredictable? Yeah, that just proved it. Thunderstorm popped up out of, I mean, literally nowhere. And we still had half a trailer to unload. It got to the point we're literally just throwing it off the trailer into the barn. We weren't even stacking it just to get it off the trailer and under a roof. And then Shelly and I hurried home, and we managed to get everything back in the barn. And the only thing that got wet was the nose on the Super 55, because it was still sticking out the door of the barn while Shelly and I were pushing the rake back up where it belongs. So none of the hay equipment got wet. None of the hay got wet that I know of. Once it's off the trailer and in the barn, it's no longer my problem. So didn't figure when I started today that I would be racing a thunderstorm to try to get everything back in the barn. But yeah, like I say, making hay around here, it's fun. So anyhow, that's actually it for this one, and we will actually catch you guys on the next one. Right, Teeter?